Hi there, and welcome to my reading of the third part of my book, Gold Plated. And this part is called Gone Fishing. I've already chosen Paul's present, a gold-plated fishing rod. A beautiful thing. It arrived 2 months ago, and I've hidden it under the bed in the spare room, but not before taking it out of its packaging to check its weight and balance, as I've seen Paul do so many times over our years together. Every time he bought himself a new rod, he'd go through the same procedure. "It has to feel right in the hand," he'd say. "Not too heavy, not too light, not too much weight in the handle, but enough to feel solid, sturdy." He'd pretend to cast the line, testing how well the rod whipped through the air. "Beautiful," he'd declare. "Poetry." In all our 50 years together, he's never taken me fishing with him. Oh, I asked often enough in the early days, but there was always some reason why it didn't happen. I've long since stopped asking. Fishing is Paul's thing, his time to be alone, his downtime. I've come to respect that, though I didn't always. I used to consider it selfish. He was out and about so much of the time, working, playing golf, drinking with his mates, generally being Mr. Nice Guy everyone loves. So when he planned a fishing trip for the first time, I thought it might be my turn for special attention, and was somewhat hurt when he made it clear my company was surplus to requirements. "Look, I don't want to have to talk to anyone, not even you," he said. "I have to talk all day, every day at work. I just want to sit and stare at the water with the same vacant expression I see on some students' faces during my lectures." "But you know I can be quiet. In fact, it's my default position. We wouldn't have to talk. We could just be together. I'd like that." "Well, I wouldn't. Besides, Heather would be bored. There's no television or anything for her to do up there. She'd be under my feet. I'd get frustrated. You'd get cross. No, it wouldn't work. The whole point of a fishing trip is peace and quiet. You don't get much of that with a 3-year-old in the house. I could get Deirdre to have her on for a few days. She loves being with Deirdre and Tom." He shook his head. "It would defeat the whole purpose of the trip, to have some downtime, only myself to consider. Going to bed when I want, getting up when I want, eating when I want, what I want." At first that crushed me, but through the years I came to realise how much he needed the loneliness of these trips, the opportunity they afforded for him to recharge his batteries. He always came home in great fettle, so I stopped grudging them, rearranged the face I showed to the world, and supported his escapes instead. If that's what made him whole again after 2 long days lecturing, then I was happy to facilitate the therapy. I still am. If that's what helps him get through this later stage of life, happy and energised, then I'm delighted to help him enjoy his fishing trips. For our 25th anniversary, I had a joiner install a purpose-built cupboard in our back porch with ornate silver clips to keep his rods standing safely, silver hooks for nets, and shelves for other sundries of the hobby. For our 40th, I bought him a ruby red carrying case for his fishing rods when he goes off on his trips. Over the years, whenever he bought a new rod, I'd wait till he went to work the next day, take the rod from the cupboard, weigh it in my hands, feel the balance, feel the tensile strength, feel what he felt, and let the mask fall, just for a second, hidden away from the world. I know a good fishing rod, and this one, this golden one, is good. The reel and all the metal bits and bobs through which the line runs are 9-carat gold. The rod decorated with gold plate, a soft brown leather grip on the handle, his name engraved in the gold disc set into the blunt end of it, I saved for months to afford it without its cost showing up in the bank balance, giving Heather the cash and getting her to make the online purchase with her credit card. I'm good at keeping secrets. It hadn't been easy to wrap after I removed it from the box to save Paul the polystyrene struggle on the day. So I tied a gift card to the handle with a large golden bow, deciding it would still be a surprise when I produced it. I get a thrill of excitement thinking about that special moment. He'll doubt his proficiency, of course. He'll assume I know nothing of fishing rods, unaware I'd so much as held one in my hands before. He'll weigh it in his hands, test its balance and its casting performance before the delight will spread across his face, before he'll say, "Poetry, sheer poetry. Thank you, love." I can already feel the glow in my cheeks at his surprise in my choice. I think he assumes I'll be getting him solid gold cufflinks or something. "You're looking pleased with yourself." Heather has arrived back at my side without me being aware of her approach. I've been so lost in the rosy glow of anticipation. "Sorry, in a world of my own." I look round as though Paul himself might be lurking in the shrubbery. "I was thinking about the fishing rod again. It's rather beautiful," I whisper. Heather laughs. "Hardly beautiful, surely. It is only a fishing rod after all. No matter it costs an arm and a leg." "Oh, truly, it is beautiful. In fact, it's rather special." She shakes her head and sighs. "Well, if you say so, as long as you're pleased with it." "Oh, I'm delighted with it." "Good. At that price, I should hope so. I should hope you are." "Well, your dad's worth it." Heather sniffs. "Well, you're lucky to have a man worth that kind of money." "There's no need to be bitter, love. Just because Nigel turned out to be such a rotter, you mustn't tar every man with the same brush." I can't be doing with all the negative talk Heather comes out with sometimes. She needs to move on with her life. She needs to rearrange the face she shows to the world, just as everyone else does. I've wished since her divorce 5 years ago she could find someone else to love, so I'm hoping this Connor is going to be the one. Someone who'll love her and treat her the way she deserves. She's a good girl, my Heather. Kind and generous. Though I'm not sure anyone still qualifies for the label girl once they've hit their 50s. "Anyway," I say, squeezing her against me, "thank you for your help with the online stuff. It's not my forte, as you know." "Only because you're half scared of the computer. You're an intelligent woman, Mum, and there's nothing to stop you learning how to use it." "I don't know as your dad would like that." I laugh. I think he thinks of the computer as his territory. "He thinks everything is his territory," she mutters. "How hungry are you, darling? Shall we eat first or shop first?" "Oh, definitely eat first. I'm famished. Besides, I want to get your approval for the seating arrangement I've worked out for the party." Well, that's part 3. Tune in tomorrow for part 4 of Gold Plated.